on the ground, like Med has to make those adjustments really quick. Like he has to be like, okay, well, I can go for the up smash on Salt now, just because of this small thing that I have to notice, versus, you know, having to take up more of the stage. This, I think, will allow you to have that rhythm. Right?
Yeah, I think this is, I mean, either comp that they end up playing against will be definitely easier than Salt and Moth. And, you know, oh, that down air, I see that a lot in singles in Marth Puff, where the Puff overextends a little bit, and then you just get down air from legs.
You're just not really used to having to deal with it.
This comp is going to be a lot easier to get grab rest. We didn't see it versus Salt and Moth because, again, Ice Climbers, and then Salt's super fast and plays Falcon. But this team is like, oh, you know, okay, that was an empty land forward smash, but I was about to say empty land grab into res, but hey, forward smash is better.
The forward smash hit both of them.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And they still have 22K in Zelda, right? I do sometimes feel, though, like, sometimes I do like having a fast-paced match to help me, like, psych up for when I need to perform. You know, even though the winner of this set will be a little bit, like, easier for Med in the loser set, sometimes I like having to play a bunch of, like, other spacies because my brain gets into that kind of, like, gear.
Oh, no, not hit the wrong person, but yeah, I mean, it seems like 22K really wants to stay on Zelda when somebody's at kill percent because that's kind of their grab rest. Marth is no longer kill percent, and we get the Sheik back out.
I think also there's an additional...
Oh, nice!
That was sick.
That is the situation I was talking about with Med earlier, where you got to jump up there and be ready for the combo. And, I mean, that down air, like, that was like the very edge of down air, so...
Yeah. For Kalvar, you're not doing a fair down air. You're doing a double jump out somewhere in the stage and then waiting for a down air, right? It's very unnatural feeling.
Okay, nope. No jump on blue.
Nice, nice interruption from 22K. These are both teams that that confirm well off of each other. I like that. Fair. I also like what you're talking about with like the kill percent and Zelda. You know, if you have Sheik and Marth, and one of Sheik's like big weaknesses is her inability to kill, have like strong kill moves. That's what Zelda is for. I guess in a team's dynamic, you know, it would make sense for 22K to use Zelda a little bit here.
Yeah.
I'm actually, you know, now that we talk about it, it's starting to make a bit more sense. Like, I wonder why we don't see more Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems hard for him to find time to transform to Zelda. Like, they're both in kill percent there. Oh, barely.
Oh, wait, that was really good by 22K to try to make some space. It didn't work out like Zasa did eventually get to wake up, and then SD, but that was just good awareness to be like, okay, 22K, I can't get this kill right now, but I know my friend Kalvar's coming back, my friend Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, Rack of Needles, right? They're trying to build up to probably like a 60 to 75%, depending on, you know, what kill move is open to them.
I don't really know why they're kind of jumping after Puff. I would just wait for Puff to land. Like there, I mean, that's where 22K should just hold shield and let Kalvar F-smash through the shield.
I guess you're right, but both Marth and Sheik, I feel like are both Marth players and Sheik players are not comfortable with a crouching Puff.
Right, but Sheik has a super broken shield, so if you're like waiting for Puff to land and gets the Zelda up air kill. You don't
never
see that
kill
move.
with explosion.
Yeah, you don't see that.
That's one of the most deadly moves in the canon, probably.
It looks deadly. I don't know anything about Zelda, like Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I don't know about the power scaling, but it's napalm, right?
Yeah,
like she's putting forth like a giant bomb.
Yeah. I mean, I always see Kirby power scaled pretty highly, though.
Yes.
Maybe Kirby's neutral B is the strongest move. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah, canonically power scaling?
Yeah.
Well, there needs to be a Reddit thread.
Yeah.
If you're on Reddit right now, can someone make a tier list of the canonically most powerful moves?
There might already be. I might have seen one, like, or maybe
True.
canonically powerful characters.
Sure.
It's always the worst characters too. It's like it's Kirby, it's Mewtwo.
Yes.
You know. Like,
I think because as a game designer, it's funny
yeah.
to be like, okay, everyone canonically out in the world comes into my closed system.
Yeah.
It would be funny if the girly princess was strong.
Yeah. And I mean, Kirby was super strong in 64 too, and then
Yes.
Sakurai was like, they're gonna call me biased, so.
But back in '96, game balance didn't really exist.
Grab
As
rest
much.
is, yeah. I don't know if they were going for grab rest or regular rest there.
Just a walk off there. I like this from 22K, just trying to build a little bit of damage. Knowing that at this low percent on Dreamland, that you can just go for stuff that's restable, because you're not going to die off of it.
Yeah.
Being a little bit aggressive off stage, and I think that is so necessary to unlock Sheik's full potential. Really nice from Syched there. Might have just been lucky to be putting out the aerial at that time, but save Zasa instead.
Yeah, the hit itself is not like a reactable thing, but if you're like a genius, you can see that your teammate is got grab and probably will get pivot tipper and put the move out. And I think that's what happened. I think that was on purpose. At the very least, I'm gonna give him credit for that being on purpose.
I do believe that there, in your animal brain, you do have like a stimulus. You're like,
Yeah.
you have an expected timing of something.
Well, especially
right?
if you play Marth. If you play Marth and you see a puff getting grabbed as Marth, you're like, oh, pivot tipper is coming out.
Yeah, that's
And-
true. So you kind of like know that the next beat is something.
Yeah, and then you just throw out a move. And it's honestly kind of hard as Marth because you don't have that many long-lasting moves.
Yes,
So-
exactly. And there's a bit of like lead time. There is that short hop fair that we were talking about. Like that
Yeah.
does come out quick if you're like literally frame 7 about it. But like also, you know, forward smash.
It's like
Nair is 2 hits.
Fox Drill is like the best interrupt.
I know.
Like it doubles.
It's
and
soft,
that's out
it's-
forever and it doesn't do any damage.
It's multiple
you know?
hits, I know.
And Marth doesn't have that, so.
Oh, also it's safe if you if the enemy comes, right? Like
Yeah. Sometimes you just get a reversal, you know?
yeah, sometimes you drill for your friend and you get the shine up smash for it.
Oh, good match by 22K.
Ooh.
Oh?
Wow, smart needle there to clear the landing, and then Syched does, sometimes you don't need to be smart.
Yeah.
Syched, sometimes you need the best move. Sometimes you need it a couple times.
Okay. I kind of gave up there.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't going to kill even if it did hit, so.
Yeah, sometimes that is the telltale sign of the unsafe on hit.
Yeah.
Like in your best case, it's bad.
Yeah, that's like, oh, your teammate's going to come hit. I mean, Marth's not going to kill there if it hits a puff, but.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a close set here. 1-1.
Yes, I'm very pleased to see it. I think it makes sense that we have dropped into the loser sets. Now these are really competitive. Also, I do think that this is the most like kind of traditionally like skill match-made pairings here, where you have like a lower-end top 100 player in Zasa and Kalvar, and then a strong regional player who is not top 100 globally ranked, like Syched with 22K.
Yeah. Yeah, they are actually very similar teams now that you put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah, we see the first thought taken, just a reaction to the roll. You don't want to be rolling into Puff as anybody.
As anybody. Especially like, I mean, you saw Zasa hit, I think, I mean, that's 4 rests or something in 30 seconds. Ooh, Syched, okay. Yeah, they both make a little face there. That's one of those ones where it's, the answer to me is not clear. You know, when 2 cars both show up to the stop sign at the same time, or if you're both holding, if there's a 2-door atrium situation and you're both holding for each other, it's like no one is actually right. Someone just has to go.
Yeah. Then you both wave each other through, and
Yes.
then you're like, okay, I mean, this doesn't really help anybody.
It really didn't help because you both do the wave at the same time too. So just basically your margin of error is also is smaller than the room of ambiguity in the situation.
And then you both go at the same time. That happens so much in doubles. Where like
happens so much.
either person's going in, and then you both go in.
Yes. And that is why I think, or like sometimes when you do that, you tipper your puff teammate.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you both go and you get into a fender bender, and other times you kill at 65.
That's the Marth Puff way. Oh, gets the jump. Rest. Oh my God, what a ambiguous recovery from 22K.
Yeah, that was ambiguous. That's awesome. I do think to unlock a lot of the really good cheek like benefits in dubs, being able to like edge guard really well, you have to be aggressive off stage. And I think 22K, like, you know, it's if you just play campy or non-interactive, you really neuter yourself for the higher level.
Oh, Zasa not taking?
That is interesting. That is interesting.
I mean, listen, both characters are not great in 2v1s, but I think
Having
Puff
Puff.
Puff is maybe a little better than Marth, and Zasa is an extremely good player.
But Billet, there is a social element to it as well.
There's a what element?
There's a social element.
There is a social
There's a
element,
relationship.
but it's also like, he was still alive. Like, maybe it saved him.
Maybe it looked like Scythe was just about to die.
Yeah.
Have you ever done the thing with the timing off where you think it's your turn to go and it was so wrong? You think it's your turn to take it when really you've just stolen the stock away from your recovering teammate, and now you're the one doing the 1v2.
I'm not gonna lie, if I'm teaming with Zasa,
I know.
I don't care.
I know. But maybe they have a friendship that transcends the loser's sense.
Yeah, maybe that is the case.
Maybe Zasa goes, I respect you, Scythe, and what's more important than what comes at the end of the day is what we did at the beginning of the day, in the middle of the day that we spent together.
My guess is that both of them thought it was the right decision, and I just disagree. But I also think that probably neither of them would win the 2v1 on average. It's just like about
We're talking about marginal benefit.
Yeah. But that is interesting because maybe they just love each other.
Maybe they love each
and
other.
It's beautiful.
I agree. You know, as what I've recently come to is like, yeah, there's at the end of the day. That's what has answered all of my like hippie stuff and getting back to the real world is at the end of the day, there's this stuff. And then I remembered, what about the day? What about the rest of the day? What about the day that we spent together? And maybe Zasa wants to team with someone who plays out all their stocks.
Right.
In that way, you know?
And you know, I've never had that. Because I'm taken, and all my teammates are partaking there too.
Yes.
So,
yes.
you know, maybe I'm just jealous.
Well, whatever. And we've teamed.
Yeah.
I would take, and I would want you to take.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I also think it would be the right decision. I would not feel any type of way about it.
There's all kinds of people in this world. Whatever relationships work for them is up to them. You know, we're all gonna die. Only one team wins at the end of this.
That is facts, yeah.
Ooh. Again, right? Puff on the ground. Puff on the ground. Ooh, I love the comboing. I think 22K and Kalvar work so beautifully together.
It is like, it's like weird because you never see this comp at all. Like, I mean, I don't know how many Marths you've teamed with in the past, but like, I feel like I don't see this comp very much.
Not really. No, not really. When you do, you're both kind of like, well, someone's got the time.
Yeah. It really is like, just out of necessity, you know?
Yeah.
But
I will switch to Fox more frequently.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I mean, your Fox is good.
Thank you.
You know, I think your Fox has some good wins.
Yes.
So
I think anyone who loses to my Fox should feel good.
Yeah. I don't know about good, but they shouldn't feel bad.
They shouldn't feel bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I did do, okay, I know we're in loser semis right now, but I did hit you with one up smash on Fountain, where I hit a single laser right before it.
Yeah.
I felt that I needed to do that at the time, and I went back and I did I need data. I never do this. I never do this. It was
wasn't
It was
necessary?
TAS. It was TAS.
It was
yeah.
TAS? Okay.
Yes. If I didn't laser, you don't die on pretty much every DI.
Well, yeah, because I always DI perfectly, and I always V cancel if I'm like, in the air.
Right.
So that was a good laser.
But the laser, it was a V. Yes, I canceled out your V cancel with the laser.
Yeah.
So that's a V laser is what it's called sometimes. So while I do feel that Kalvar and 22K work together really beautifully, from a matchup perspective, like Zasa just punishes Zasa has really strong punishes and then has the X factor from rest. You know, so sometimes it does feel like 22K and Kalvar have to make up that deficit.
Oh, it gets the roll. I love drill as Puff, especially in 2v1s, because
The shield poke.
Yeah, it shield pokes and it holds them in place for a long time. So it's just a great move to go from
On
there.
platform, on ground.
Yeah.
I just love it. I just love
Anywhere.
it. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, it is almost always a setup. It's a
Yeah.
setup into anything.
Yeah.
Right. And it'll set up off of a lot of stuff. You did start to hear a bit of that North Carolina crowd come alive for the last representatives, I believe, in the bracket, Zasa and Syched.
And we got a game 5. Like you were
game 5.
saying before the set, this is like the closest matchup we have, and it seems pretty close right now. So
I do believe also the games are fun because some of them are very close, and there are some convincing ones.
Yeah.
There are no washes.
right.
I like having some convincing ones if they're on both sides also. Because like sometimes there will be the higher seeded player and then the lower seeded player, the lower seeded team ekes out a couple of last hit like squeakers and then they get blown out otherwise. Game 5, that always, you know, ends up poorly for the lower team. The fact that it has gone back and forth in a big way tonally, and we're back on Stadium? Maybe we hadn't been here yet. This is in a bracket. If I'm preparing for a bracket, this is the game.
Yes.
That is most, you know, this is game time. I love this game.
Oh, too slow.
Wait,
but
22K actually lives there. I was really surprised, and this could turn into something really good for Green Team. But they're getting a little bit antsy. Look at Kalvar getting stuck in his run. Cross up from Kalvar, finds the forward smash, and Kalvar misses. He does not do the right wave dash. He doesn't space right. That is a really, really, really big swing, actually.
yeah, this is one of Puff's advantages in teams is you can't really get 2v1s. You can kind of float around for a decent amount of time while your teammate respawns.
Yeah, mitigates like, you know, in a lot of cases, there's like a 20% chance your teammate loses that stock, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, wow. 3 back airs.
Oh, that is a huge swing. Oh my gosh. All these little pieces, they end up turning into half stock, a third stock or something. And in this game 5, like, ends up being massive. You can tell. Both teams.
It's literally 2 moments from Green Team. That F smash by Kalvar and then 22K SD trying to save. Yeah. And that's, I mean, this is like, you know,
it's hard.
This is a real rough comeback for Green Team.
It's hard because I believe that this comeback that you're talking about, it feels like they are losing by reaching a little too hard.
And that's the 3rd moment.
You can see the full story of this set in the player cam. That singular moment where 22K is still technically playing, but wow. Oh my gosh.
North Carolina is loving it.
Stay there, Syched. Stay there.
Yeah, I don't know the. Act like you've been there before.
I know. All right, this is what like we were kind of talking about.
Yeah.
Right now, you're gonna have Rat Monster step up, and you're gonna have to plug back in.
I thought it was really funny that Zasa was just smirking after that rest landed because I've been in that situation so many times. It's just so funny every single time when like they dash into the